Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly episode 19. Winter is officially here and I'm not sure how this is going to affect work in the yard or work on site. We should continue internal work at the MOT test centre and the basement salvage project. And not for the first time in my life, I may be on the front cover of a magazine. One penny more. I can't afford it. No, but it can't be that much. Oh, it's easy for you to say. I've got a runner. Vampires. The ground is shifting beneath us. They're dragging you down and down. Yianni's got a couple of inches on me there. No, not really.
Empty, like shell.
Aha! And you just pull up like an idiot. Train station, please. There's not a pizza in here, is there? To poison and destroy my brothers. Not having a bar of it. Get your muscle game on. Monday morning, I'm in the yard, and already I'm facing disrespect. Julia was kind enough to make me a cup of coffee.
I haven't made it yet.
She hasn't made it yet, she's gonna make it. And she said, you've lost one of your stones, therefore you are no longer Thanos. Thanos was Thanos long before he had the Infinity Gauntlet and the stones. Therefore I am still Thanos.
But you were saying your powers are down.
And Thanos is I. My powers are down because I slept 3 hours. That's why my powers are down. So I don't need the stones to be Thanos. On that note, let's go outside.
Wait,
You know what to do there, innit?
Yeah, walk out the shop.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
It's very cold out here. It's -2 degrees. The time now is 8:13. Now, I was in at 5:30 this morning. I had a meeting with all the drivers. Again, we went over what is expected, just to tell people about what to do in the local area, the speeds they're expected to travel. Everybody knows, but it's always good to have a reminder and a team talk, and just to tell everyone that we are not in competition trying to do more loads than each other. We are all on the same team. Last night, we tried to do something interactive. We were meant to go live on the stereo app at 8 o'clock because we believe we can get the show out at 7. So you'd all be able to watch the show and then come onto the stereo app and communicate with us and tell us your feedback and thoughts. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. The internet was being slow to upload to YouTube with Ashville Weekly, so we put a tripod and we put the internet outside. That's part of the madness that goes on here, and we like to bring you the reality to show you how it really happens. So we still did the stereo app. It was great talking to some of you, and then we released the show after the stereo app, and the show's doing very well. Thanks to all of those who came on stereo app, and thanks to all of those who watch Ashville Weekly. I'm going to answer one of the comments, somebody who keeps saying, why don't I just concrete the yard? And they said they're going to keep saying it until they get an answer. Well, I am going to answer your question, but this doesn't mean if people keep writing, I'm going to keep saying the same thing until I get an answer, that I will respond to everyone. To make it clear, we do not own this yard. We are on a long lease of 10 years. All the areas of the yard that you can see concreted, I did them myself and they were very expensive. Me concreting the yard completely means that no lorries can operate here, and it would cost me roughly about £400,000 for a plot of land that I don't own. So unless you would like to come here and pay for us to concrete the yard, unfortunately, I can't afford it. I can see some of the boys are driving very carefully, coming in to load, to go out and do their second loads. I have a Teams call with Scania in 12 minutes. It's been a good morning so far, so I'm going to do my Teams meeting and I'll see you later. We're walking in the air. Right, we've had a delivery from Johnson. These are all the parts for the sweeper. Now I'm going to go through, actually I'm not going to go through this because this is for the sweeper video.
The first inquiry received recently is from South London. It's a simple extension. The client's got a planning approval, sent the proposed drawings. It's a simple extension into the garden for the new kitchen. And the existing kitchen is supposed to be converted into the utility room and a WC with the shower room.
Ask them if they'll be living there. If they're going to be living there, we'll have to price the job differently because it will take us longer. If they're not there, then we get a better stab at it.
The next one is West London. It's a design and build project. Someone wants to build the side and rear extension with loft conversion and some outbuildings.
No problem for design and build. We'll just let them know the cost for an initial consultation.
Yes.
And planning, what planning would cost.
This is it,
and then we'll go, once we've done the planning, they can go anywhere with their plans, they can get anyone to do it.
This is it.
Yep.
They all want to do extensions.
All extensions, everybody wants to make it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to move, everybody wants to improve.
Yes. Yeah.
But they haven't got planning yet, yeah?
They're waiting. The plannings are being.
Okay, right. Let's wait, because you never know. The plans could change at planning.
This is it. That's what I've said.
And
to
at this
them.
point, they obviously have no structural plans because they don't have final architectural plans.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep them in the loop. Let's thank them for the plans.
Yes.
And just tell them stay in touch, and we'll pick this up when it's a bit further along.
Side extension and rear extension. I don't believe the client wants to move out when the works are being carried out. Plus, not very willing to give us a budget for the works.
Yeah, people misunderstand budgets.
That's all.
That's it, yeah? Thank you, Vesha.
Okay.
Vesha just showing me a few potential jobs that we could be getting. So we're looking at them, but there's certain questions we have to ask clients, and sometimes clients take it the wrong way. People have done multiple projects in the past, and when you ask them their budget, they understand, so they'll tell you their budget. Ask someone else who hasn't done a lot of building work, they automatically get defensive. They think if you ask them their budget, you want to price the job at their budget. It's not for that reason. It's to understand if we're on the same page and within the same realms. If you say, I want to do a double-story rear extension, loft conversion, basement, and I want to build a runway at the back of my house, and I say, what's your budget? And you say $3,000. Like, we could say thanks and go in our separate directions. So it's not so we can price the job at how much money you've got. It's so we can have an understanding of your expectations. I just end up getting into arguments with people. People say it's a double-story rear extension. How can it cost that much? I say, all right, fine. How many guys do you think are going to be there? All right, 10. And how much do you think those guys get paid a day? All right, this much. Okay, so take that figure, times by 10 people, times by 6 days a week, and times by 3 months, and tell me how much money that is. Now, how much do you think the materials are? How much do you think it is to get rid of the rubbish? How much did the diesel cost to get there? And how much tools did we use that we need to replace? And all of this, but it can't be that much. Well, why can't it be that? Like, why should it be cheaper? You don't go to Berkeley Square and walk into Bentley and go, no, this car must be cheaper. You're lying. Tell me where you got the parts for the engine. You're not going to do that, are you? But we do it to me though. Ugh. I just had Vesha giving out to me about the cleaning in here, saying that the cleaners didn't clean it very well. Now, I'm very happy that Vesha is so passionate about them not cleaning here, and Vesha's going around rubbing her fingers on things and talking about oh yeah, that is quite bad actually, talking about dust. No.
This is dirty like hell.
Yeah, all right. We'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted. Right, guys, what's the time?
It's 15:55.
Thank you for that, appreciate it. I'm going live with Lewis Morgannn, who is one of the co-founders of Gymshark. Real honor for me, I'm going to be on his podcast. So I'm going to have to set myself up somewhere, put the camera there, record. I'll be here by myself at the end of the night again. I'll have to put that all away, put all the cameras in a bag, and I'm meeting Adam on site to film at Yianni Shalalamus's house at 8 a.m.
Anything you want to get cropped out, we can talk about that after me if you want me to crop anything, and then we can just delete it, so props.
Okay. I've got this here.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's the one.
I set this up an hour ago, and then I went upstairs and carried on with what I was doing, so yeah.
I appreciate you coming on. I mean, obviously you're trying to get things across on YouTube, but I know what the building industry is like, and it is a madness.
I tried to share it as much as I can.
I know you're filming on your own. You were just pulling the camera out as and when. I saw some of the comments giving you a bit of jiff.
I know there. You'd think if you see a man trying to put out a video by himself, like struggling, you think you give him a bit of a squeeze. Nah, guys, if you want to see that podcast, it's going to be on Lewis Morgann's YouTube channel on Monday at 6 p.m. and it's going to be on iTunes and Spotify on Wednesday. It's Tuesday morning, and today we start at the house of the YouTube drag racer, that car guy with all the stickers. We started digging for the swimming pool, as you can see, but we had to stop. It is far too cold out here. Now, you know that your boy Daniel is not shook, but I'm definitely cold. It's -2 out here. We cannot dig, so we're inside doing other bits and pieces. The water has come in here and has tried to fill his swimming pool already. I'm thinking of just cutting a hole like this and just filling it with a pipe, but I think he's got some other special unit. The one he pranked me with, the one that he wants to drop in here. But the water in here has frozen, and as I step around, whoa! Yep, that's a bit of solid ground. Look at this piece of ice here. Oh, the ground is shifting beneath us, people. Oh my God. Now there I was last week saying that I had a lovely clear garden with no muck anywhere. We've barely dug any of the swimming pool and we've got this already. So probably next week or the week after, we're gonna start with the conveyor belts again and have to bring this all to the front and bring a couple of grab lorries here. Last week, you saw a massive steel sitting on this lifting equipment. This is a 1.2 ton steel. We have rented this lifting equipment to put it in place. Well, that steel has now been put in place and we have the pillar in place. Everything is supported it. We do have the bolts in the ground and it is all connected. For extra precaution, we have an acros propped up against it and we have a strap holding it to something else. We do not need it, but just for extra safety, there's no harm in it. So you can see all the way from there, all the way to down there. Perfect. This is the other end of that steel I told you about. Now, if you can see, it finishes here. If you look very closely, you can see a couple of holes in it. I'll explain that in a minute. Now you're gonna have to stay with me. We have this steel frame right here. Now you might think to yourself, this steel is lower and it's being supported by this. Why have they dropped the ceiling height in the middle of the room? Aha! This is going to be a wall. So this steel is gonna be completely encased. Then we have another steel sitting on the other side, which is gonna sit on top of this as well, and the steels are gonna be bolted together. The end of the steel here is gonna sit there, it's gonna bolt in, and the other end of the steel is gonna sit over here. We have one more large steel sat at the front. That is the bad boy that's gonna go here. It's a 7-meter steel that's gonna take all the weight so we can have bifolds.
Oh, come on, man.
How's it going? We're continuing with the first fix everywhere. Last week I was standing in this exact location and I showed you where we went through the steel and we were continuing with all the pipe runs. The copper pipe will go through, reconnect on the other side and then carry on to its final destination. Now these pipes are all connected and looking good. In this bathroom you can see more pipes going into place. So you can see these coming down from the ceiling and then over here you can see these. These will be water feeds for sinks and shower mixers. On the top floor, you can see the first fix going well. You can see the electrical cables running alongside the plumbing pipes, but there is one problem. Another leak has reared its ugly head. Now, don't try to blame me because it's not a new house and I did not build the roof, but I'm definitely gonna fix it. Last week, you saw me standing here and we were taking down the existing structure. So we're taking everything down here and we're coming out another 600. It's completely removed now. We're taking it back here. We've salvaged the bricks and we're gonna build the extension out to here. That's enough for standing in the cold. Let's go to the next site. We have now arrived at the MOT test center. My car's okay, so I don't need a service or my brakes changed or anything like that. But let's go inside and see how we're getting on with the work we're doing in the office area. I gotta take off my boots or this man's just gonna start crying, saying that I put mud everywhere. These times now the mud is from his house. As you can see, progress is going very well. Over the weekend, we put up all of these walls and yesterday we started filling and sanding. We're nearly in a position where we're gonna paint. We just need to finish underneath the steels here because there's a bit of a gap. Once that's in place, we know the paint we're gonna use. Little problem with the paint. We have the old paint, but is the paint code on it?
Yeah, the rod is on top.
The rod is on top. Oh, well, all right then, we just use the same color. You know when we paint this, then this is gonna look tired, yeah?
Yeah.
When you build a new wall, you can use the old paint, but that's had time to mature and stuff like that. And now when we paint this, then this is gonna look tired. Then it's gonna be, oh, while you're there, just paint that as well. And then before you know it, we'll be downstairs repainting the whole unit. How's anyone gonna get their car MOT'd if we gotta paint the whole thing? Bertus Miletus. Just there, innit?
Why don't you could do those darker grey, does it matter?
Bro, why are you hyping? Just coming in here trying to correct my work, man.
I'm not correcting nothing, I'm just saying.
In this area again, you can see everything is filled, sanded and ready. This is the previous glass that was used over the other side. We saved it, we've made this opening, we put it here. We're gonna put beading around it to keep it in place and we're gonna paint everything. Doors are on, we are nearly finished. We need to get it done as soon as possible because obviously nobody likes having builders traipsing around.
Ashville are progressing really well. As you can see, all the walls are in place. They've been doing all the filling, sanding. Doors are in, door frames are in, door stops are in, architrave is in, doors are on, locks are on. The boys are pushing on really well. While I'm here, I just want to say that Daniel's a great guy. I'm happy that he's my friend and I am the one fully benefiting from this friendship, and I love him dearly and I look up to him and I respect him. He's like my big brother.
Yianni is finally getting this gift, his massive contribution to what we're doing. For all those who are watching, Yianni is not the same height as me. I don't have shoes on and Yianni's got Jordans on. Limited edition. These are the ones he wore in the yard when he spun the Porsche round. Click here to watch that video. But Yianni's got a couple of inches on me there.
That's, listen, I give people platforms, but it's what they do with it. So I can give people a little bit of help and it's down to them whether they grow their channel or they grow their social media or they do what they can. So as much as I gave Daniel a little bit of help, that's all you, brother. But I appreciate this, and that'll go on the wall with my 100,000 one and my million one. And I'm proud, man. I'm proud of my boy. Celebrate your friends. Be happy for your friends. And yeah, love you, brother. My guy. Dudek, put it on the wall, please. Come.
Hey man, I got one in my, the one in my house ain't even up, or my office, and this one's up already. Ah, look at that.
Yeah, now back to me, Yianni.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
Now let's cut back to downstairs to the MOT test area for T-Way and me, Yianni Shalalambos.
Bertus Malertus.
Why are you taking that shoe with you?
In the suspicious person, 4423 live, will get the moles.
Right, man, tied my shoes together, right? This type of disrespect and foolishness. Was that you, Terry? That's what I mean about Terrys, yeah? You see the Terry there and the Terry here. This man's more concerned with practical jokes. Look at this, man, tied my shoes together. Right, Adam, you need to take it out with Terry. I'm going filming it, real boy. Do foolishness. Like, we're going outside, innit? I've got things to do.
Terry's got you there, man.
No, you got, all right, now it's gonna be beef, yeah?
It's
Did
beef.
you get all of this, Adam? Stop all that. Forget all that MOT and oil changes and brake changes and washer fluid. Everything's topped up. Don't worry about that. I am sorry to interrupt T-Way. It's your boy Daniel from Ashville. Hey, bruv, look at the disrespect. I come here to help, man. Man ties my laces together. I think it was Terry, and you know Terry's always messing around. The guy's messing around. Who's got time to be tying people's shoelaces together? Like, oh, now there's a train in my yard offloading 1,500 ton of material. I got full building sites running. I got man tying my shoes together. Give me my crown, man. I'm a method actor about to go into my role. You know Christian Bale, when he goes into character, he don't come out of it till the film's done, yeah? Hi guys, it's Yianni from yiannimize. Look at this, man. Look at these guys, man. Foolishness. There will be vengeance. There will be vengeance and furious anger. Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I tie your shoes together. What a liberty, man. I love the way you lot come and hijack, man. Like, typical yiannimize. You lot come and hijack my filming. We've got a lot of footage today. We got another 2 sites to go to. And there's a training. Only joking. I'm not really signing it. I'm not important enough yet. Right, so we're done here. We need to get to the basement salvage project ASAP. Stairs. For the first time in a long time, we are going to walk down the stairs. Oh, just. Just. That's the first time in a long time I've walked down a set of stairs to get down here. Very hard to tell, but I can see, just looking at the ceiling, that work has progressed nicely. We're having some work done down here tomorrow, which is going to take the entire day. And we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to film it on a time-lapse camera, and we're going to show you how it was done. I want to get this work tomorrow when it's all being done up here. So I'm going to bring 2 cameras, and I need to fix them somewhere. I don't need any power because they're on batteries, yeah? So I need the 2 cameras. Where can we put them? I want to be able to look up and be able to see the work they're doing. So we've got a plan in place for later today and tomorrow. We're going to leave the basement salvage project and go to the basement fit out project. Here I am going into another basement. Nice. Moving along nicely in here. You can see that we've put base coats on all the walls and the lovely utility areas in place. Let's go and have a look in the swimming pool area. All going well. Only a flying visit. Now I need to get back to the yard. There is a train offloading and I want to see what's going on. It's Wednesday, I'm in the yard and we are beginning to run out of space again. So we managed to completely empty the yard of material and I thought we'd build up a little bit of a stockpile, but now we're actually running out of space again, so everything's getting a bit tight. Because the material is now coming in faster than it's going out, we've blocked this side of the weighbridge, so now all the lorries have to reverse onto the weighbridge from that side, which isn't ideal. It's a lot of messing about, but there's not really a lot we can do because we're not exactly going to not take the train. We're under savage pressure at the moment because we're not keeping up with the loads yesterday and today to the project we're going into. We should be back up to it tomorrow, but we need to try and catch up. So we have a lorry in Scania. I need to go and collect it myself, bring it back to the yard. I need to change the easy sheet on it because the easy sheet's no good. And then I need to go out driving myself and try to catch up and help the boys. I'm at Scania Heathrow, come to collect this lorry that was left in for a 6-weekly. Now one of the mirrors was damaged. I gave Scania a call and told them to fix it. So let's get this back to the yard. Everyone's nice and busy here. Make sure you got your water when you're driving. Always have your water. Stay hydrated. They say it's all the way down the bottom of the yard. I can't see it. Where's this lorry? They told me the lorry was at the back of the yard. The lorry ain't here. There. Oh my God, how am I going to get that out? So I'm blocked in. Let's just get it started up. No washer fluid. Sorry, mate. Any chance you'd give us a hand with getting that one out? So, put my card in and take a look around the lorry. See. Say again, mate. You got to jump start it, yeah? Turns out that the lorry in front needs to be jump started as well. Of course it does. All right, let's turn up the temperature in here. I'm gonna connect my phone. Pair. Successfully paired. We are good to go. Just means that I can still take calls and still try to do an element of work while I'm driving and be safe at the same time. So this is the old one. Scania replaced this and they fitted a new one there. See, I couldn't safely drive with that on. They're about to jump start the vehicle in front. As soon as this lorry's out of the way, I'm going to get some washer fluid and get back to the yard. I'm heading straight back to the yard, but I'm trying to understand what this man's doing in front of me. Where are you going? Oh, man. I've got things doing, man. You never seen messing about like it. See you back at the yard. I'm going out in this now. Easy sheet, yeah? Change the easy sheet and put washer fluid in it. Yeah, give me. I need it. Thanks. The easy sheet, yeah? Just loading now, gonna reverse onto the weighbridge and head to site immediately. Got any more jobs? Good. Otherwise you'd be going out doing this load. I thought my man was trying to park up and go home. I was like, nah, I won't try it. He knows to say he's got another job. Even if I can get 2 or 3 loads in, it still helps with the daily total. You know, getting another 60 ton in there, it could make a massive difference to the work we're doing. Earlier on, there was a complaint, and they were complaining that we weren't meeting our targets, you know. Every now and then when you run a company, people are going to make complaints. You're never going to not get any complaints. I'll just have to work later tonight because when I get back, I could jump on the emails. If I can do a little bit today and I can do a little bit tomorrow and we can start a little bit earlier and work a little bit later, hopefully we can catch up and keep the client happy. Because ultimately, it's one thing you doing stuff for yourself, but when people are relying on you, this must be a big load, man. We are moving slowly. When you're letting other people down, like there's no excuses, like you have to get it. So I'm just trying to help us catch up on the job and hopefully we can salvage it. Little issue, I know the way into the job to get there, but the boys are tipping somewhere else on the site and I'm pretty much on my own. Like I've got no one to follow. So I'm gonna get into the job and I'm gonna be that guy that doesn't take instructions well and goes to the wrong place. But once I get it once, then every time I go back, I'll be all right. Oh, there's an Ashville lorry, get that. Hello. Hello. It is very tight round here, but you just have to drive for everyone, not just drive for yourself. You have to anticipate that anything could go in any direction at any second. People think, oh yeah, it's a lorry driver, oh, he's a bus driver. They don't understand, like, it's a massive responsibility. One lapse of concentration or you miss something or you look away or you don't pay attention, like really seriously bad things can happen. So when you see people driving lorries, like give them a little bit of respect. Like they're not just steering wheel attendants, yeah? Oh, look, there's STS. I wonder if that's Greg. Guys, if you remember, that's our mates at STS. They delivered the sweeper for us and he put me in a 185-foot cherry picker. Let's show him some love. Hello. Well, it's not Greg, but still show him some love. Who's going to the same job as me? So basically you're saying that it's my firm and I got sent out driving and now I got to follow the new boy to see where to tip.
I'm not saying that.
Hey, bruv, we're gonna have to get you your license, you know. I don't really like the way I'm out driving and you're in the office, you know.
If I left the yard, like the place would burst into flames.
So I must have had a lot of fire extinguishers around when you weren't in for 5 months.
Listen, I'm gonna make it clear. Oh man, now my wife had a baby. Like,
bruv, you keep going on about this baby of yours. I knew you long before you had that ute, bruv. Now you could just bring the ute to work. We'd give the ute some filing or something to do. All right, we're pulling in now. My first time. Where am I going? Oh, you see the YouTube, yeah? Your brother's watching, but why aren't you watching? Are you watching as well, yeah?
We're in YouTube.
Yes.
What channel name?
Ashville, like on the side of the lorry, Ashville. Subscribe, notifications. I had a meeting in the yard the other day, telling everyone to make sure they didn't speed in the job, so I need to make sure I didn't. Good afternoon. I've got my driver number. Here we go, my driver.
Well, he's doing a video. I always watch you on YouTube.
You watching, yeah?
Yeah.
Good man, thank you. Cool, I need you to sign this one and the other one, yeah? The boys on site are saying that I need to come to the job more often and see what's going on. Point taken, I'll do that. Well, I can't see them filling this anytime soon, I've got to tell you. Now we're tipping off, nearly up in the air. How we doing?
The owner.
Yes.
That's mad.
Yes, what's happening?
Nice to meet you, man.
You right?
On YouTube. Yeah,
oh, you see it, yeah?
Yeah.
Boy, you're going to be in it now because we're filming. What's happening? You're busy in here, innit?
Yeah, man.
How are my boys behaving? They okay when they come in here, my drivers?
They're all fine.
They're all good, yeah? Okay. We have successfully tipped up a load. The reason I'm going so slowly is because I don't want to damage the ram on the lorry. On this kind of bumpy ground, when your ram's coming down, if your body's flying all over the place, you can cause damage. There we are. Need to make sure that we go over this wheel wash and we're nice and clean when leaving the site. And there we go. That's one of the other lads leaving. This is where we get out and check the lorry. Need to make sure we haven't got any rocks in the tyres and the back door is secure and clean and everything like that because we don't want to drag anything onto the road. We're good, no rocks. Back door is closed, no material. No material gonna drop on the road. Let's make our way back.
Daniel from Ashville.
That's me, bro. What are you saying?
Right.
You alright?
Yeah, man. I recognize you, man.
I gotta help. We're running behind on the loads, so I gotta do a couple of loads and help the boys.
I'm just watching episode 18 and that.
You just watching 18, yeah? Have you subscribed though?
Yeah, of course.
Good man, thank you. Something that's come up in a couple of podcasts lately is people talking about motivation, and a lot of people were shocked to hear me say fear of failure. A fear of failure is something that pushes me to try harder and harder and do more and more and more and not give up. Doesn't make me think, I'm not going to do anything at all. People, don't be afraid to dream big and don't be afraid to give it a go. A lot of the risks I take, they don't always pay off, and people say, what's going to happen if it all goes wrong? Do you know what? If it all goes wrong and I end up doing something else, I got nothing to be ashamed of because I know that I tried my best. Like, there's nothing more that I could have done. Like, everybody looks at successful people and they think, yeah, well, it's easy for you to say. No, not really. When you see huge companies, there was somebody at some point that did what you're doing now. It might have been a long time ago, it might have been 6 or 7 generations ago, it could have been 100 years ago. Don't always think that someone with a bigger company has got it easy, and unfortunately don't always think that your first venture is going to be a success. There's a statistic that said the majority of businesses fail in the first 2 years because that's the hardest time. So don't be shook, give it a go. And we're back. Let's get another load in. First day I'm in the yard, it's 3:56. Unfortunately, first time I've had to film. Taxi's being stubborn, doesn't want to start, but I'm not having it. Not having a bar of it. Definitely this taxi's going to get started. We're going to run it for a little while, we're going to turn it on, get some heating in there and give it a little clean. Let's go and have a look in the other yard. You know it's cold when I zip my jacket up. We had a good few new drivers start this week. Some of them packed it in after a day. They said they were looking for something a little bit easier. Apparently, even though you're paid till 4 o'clock, you should be allowed to park up at 2:30. because that would make me a good boss. So I'm unfortunately a terrible boss. Apologies. As you can see, the material is piling up in the yard again. So we have the 926 up there. That's piling it all up the back, and we have the L860 there. So the two machines are working together. So we have these two working up here, stacking the material so it's not on the ground. We get it as high as possible, and then we have the loading shovel loading it all. Train came in earlier at 9:15, and it left about 10 minutes ago. I didn't come out and see it because I had too much to do, plenty of emails I was catching up on. I went and had a look at 2 new jobs this morning, and then I spent my morning going from shop to shop, looking for something like kids when the new stickers come out. You just have those magazines and then you get the sticker of the football player and you put it in, and then probably only the kid at school, you know, the kid that always got the new bike and he had all the new trainers, he would be the only one that would fill the book. Well, I was like that kid today, going from shop to shop looking for something. But what was I looking for? So I went to one place, they said they didn't have any left. And I went to another place, they didn't have any left. I went to another place and they said, look, you just missed it. This thing, it doesn't stay around very long. So I went to another place. Finally, I found it. On a serious note, guys, I cannot tell you how proud I am to do something like that. This is a magazine that I used to look at the trucks and look at all the stuff in here for years as I was growing up. I used to point to my mum and say, Mum, look at these trucks, look at this. I used to drag my mum after the market on a Saturday or Sunday morning. I used to drag my mum to the newsagents. I used to always try and get the magazine. I used to look at the lorries. I used to take pictures. I used to try and draw them. And now they let this fella go on the front of it. I'm very thankful, and I'm a bit lost for words. I never thought something like this would be possible. So thank you to everyone, because everyone makes it possible. You all watch. When you watch, it racks up my hours. And then, yeah, I feel blessed at the moment. This is a big deal to me. It's like being a boy racer and being on the front of Max Power, or being a wrestler and being on the front of the WWE magazine. That's pretty much it. So, right, they got a whole article in there talking about what we do, talking about the YouTube. If you look very closely, look at, you can see Wayne, look. We're trying to recreate it right now. We haven't got a tip here. We ain't got time for all that messing around, but this is kind of the angle where it was. So yeah, I just want to thank the commercial motor, and I want to thank everyone who watches all of our videos. Here we go. Clamshell, and it's skilled operator Wayne ink pen. What is that? So we've got some space down there. We've got a gap there. It don't look too bad in here, Addy. It's all right, man. So we've got a train tomorrow, and a train on Saturday, but we've got no train Monday. So we're going to have to try and get the material down as much as possible on Monday. Don't. I know. But I know. The boys are laughing at me because I keep ordering trains. You know what? First there's no trains, and then everyone complains. And then there's too many trains, and everyone complains. So it's just, listen to Wayne's ringtone. Let it ring. Wait, hold on. Let it ring. Listen to Wayne's ringtone. Are you going to make a ramp and drive up there with a shovel or something in a few days?
Well, we won't be able to. Because pyramid. The thing is, we're going to have to go out further now.
Yeah? We're going to have to go out a bit further. We're on it tomorrow. Probably about 1,000 ton will go out. I asked them if we could do the Arctics. They came here and they said yes. But then when they went back to the people there, they said they had to be the push-out ones. They can't be the tipping trailers. So if they let us do the tipping trailers, we could smash that job. You know? We didn't have Arctics, so we bought Arctics. Then I got the best, got the Kelberg tipping trailers. They're good trailers. And now they're no good. Now you need a walk-in floor or a push-out one.
Why a walk-in floor now?
Ah, yes, it's a bottomless pit. I'm just going to go and check my money tree in the video office. Take a couple of £50 notes out there. Here's the thing, yeah? Everybody wants to get these new things. They want these tippers that tip at the side. They want conveyor belts inside them and all of this. Nobody wants to pay 1 penny more for a load. Yeah, no problem. Just go and buy another trailer for 70 grand. Can I get £1 more a ton? Absolutely not. The price is going down. So yeah, it makes it very difficult to get all this new equipment when everybody wants to pay less. How are you going to make it work? You know, the whole point of that machine, 60 tonner with that arm, is so we're meant to be able to reach that, and we're meant to be able to reach the second line.
You've got no chance.
So I could have bought a 40 tonner then. Well, I'm going to have to take that up with someone, aren't I? The purpose of the machine is so it can reach the secondary line. That's the way it was. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's Addy? Someone needs to load him. Okay, we're blocking Michael from loading. Let's stop messing about here. Work comes before filming. Is the taxi on? Yes! Well done. How did you do it? The taxi has started. I'm not going to tell you how it started. I'm going to be doing a bit of chauffeuring tomorrow. I'm going to use this and drive around the yard a little bit. So I wanted to warm it up and make sure it's nice and clean. Let's turn the heating on. Defroster a bit. To Daniel, while watching your YouTube, I thought, he is not serious. Why doesn't he have Ashville on his hard hat? So you watched Ashville and thought I am not serious, so you thought you might help me to be serious. Guys, I've had a lot of people come back to me and thank me for the help I gave them. Today, guys, I'm going to tell you about energy vampires. They have a very special set of skills that they have acquired over a long career that make them a nightmare for people like me. You need to really look out for these people, because these people, they will drag you into free argument, and when they take you into free argument, they will time burgle you. If you try to get out of it, they will drag you down to their level and they will beat you on experience, because they have been at this for a very long time. And the thing about them is, they can come from any direction and they can get you at a different pace. So they can move in slowly and they can draw your energy. And they could move in with compliments. If you're a person who likes compliments, this energy vampire can come in and give you better compliments. You're the best in the world, you're the greatest, I've been doing this. While they do that, they have already outmaneuvered you and they're already drawing your energy and they're dragging you down and down and down. So guys, I need you to watch out for energy vampires. Your boy Daniel warned you, stay away from them. I'm not gonna lie, man, I should have given this to the MOT guy for him to do it. Hey, bruv, man, I need help with these stickers, man. I can't do this sticker business, man. This thing is a thing on its own. What are Mark and Nico doing at the moment? Are they busy?
Why don't you make it chrome, like really stand out?
Oh, what, they're doing a Lambo, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that you could send someone down to the yard to do this sticker? I got this sticker, it's going on my hard hat, man. Without this sticker, the train can't come in tomorrow.
I'd wrap
You think
it.
you could do anything for me?
I could.
All right, hold it, your boy.
I'm a car guy.
Let's see if Jan can send one of the mechanics down here to do this. I'll tell you something, he better not send Terry in her. You don't want two Terrys in the same place at the same time. Let's see. All right, hold on. Yep. Let's, hold on. Let's, All right, we're gonna do away with the yellow. It's Friday morning, I'm in the yard. I got in here dark and early. We have a train coming in at 9. I have a meeting with a rail freight operator at 9 o'clock also, so the two will come at the same time. I just want to touch on something. Glenn, who's filming, he's not going to mind me saying, he was a little bit late today, and he said, look, I don't want to be late every day, but I'm having trouble sleeping. I was just giving him a little pep talk, and I was saying, as you get older, anxiety is only going to go up, unfortunately, you know, as the pressures of life increase, and they don't tell you that at school. So, key word for today, endure. Try to endure for as long as you can. I've said it again, and I've said it before. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Good thing I got the taxi all started up yesterday, because I've had a call and I have my first fare, so the cab is going to start making me money back. That's how it feels when a taxi don't stop for you. Where to, young man?
Train station, please.
No problem, hop in. And off we go. Going anywhere nice today?
I'm gonna see a friend of mine. He owns a yard.
Oh, does he? What does he do?
Trucks.
Really sounds like a nice fella. Is he a driver then?
He used to be a driver. Now he's like an entrepreneur, businessman, TV celeb, social media guru.
Kind words, enough, making me feel awkward, making him feel awkward. Kind words.
He's like a jack of all trades. Oh, master of none.
Okay, and the disrespect begins.
Here we go. Your car could be a bit cleaner.
Young man, this is a working taxi. This taxi's out all day, every day getting fares.
Are you one of these taxi drivers that talk a lot?
If you don't want to talk to me, I can be quiet.
Can't we put like some Starlight roofing in?
So tell me a bit about what you do.
Cars. I'm a car
So you're a
guy.
mechanic?
Yeah, I'm a mechanic. I'm like a glorified mechanic, you could say. That's
So
what
could
I'd
you
say.
get me an MOT for my taxi?
I could. Probably not this taxi though.
Yeah, so I'm going to change the colour of this to like a silver. That's what all the young fellas are doing.
Why don't you make it chrome, like really stand out? You get a lot more fares.
I mean, we could do. How much would you charge me to spray something like this like that?
I wouldn't spray it, I'd wrap it. Wrapping's a vinyl that goes over the cars. It changes the colours. You don't need to actually paint it. And then you can put it back to the original black because it's a beautiful bodywork on the outside of this.
I thought you were a mechanic.
Mechanic, rapper. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none as well, mate. So the other half live, eh? Acres and acres, trucks and trucks, trains and trains.
My friend, at any time you like, we can swap places.
It's quite nice, like doing a little tour in the black cab, isn't it?
I know.
At least I don't have to get my trainers dirty or my car dirty for once. Where's the LH370?
There it is.
Jeez! Oh, we've got a train here as well, yeah?
Well, you wanted to go to the train station, did you not?
Wow. Mate, I don't remember it looking this crazy. What, are you emptying out the trains or are you filling them?
Yeah, we're emptying out the train as we speak. So yeah, young man, here we are at the train station. Do you want to jump out or what?
Yeah, I'll jump out.
And then, you know, you can't actually, you're not in full orange. You know you can't, I'll get crucified. You're not in orange. Get off the train line. I've got to tell you, not only is this my first fare, it's my first return fare.
Oh, there we go. So I'll make sure there's a good tip. Where's the meter?
It's in my head.
Oh, great.
Oh, Glenn,
great.
you just walked over the wheel wash. You know the wheel wash could have turned on while you did that.
It would have had a nice wash. Why are you dropping me here?
Thank you, young man. That'll be £142, please.
Okay, I just need to get my wallet and give me once. It's just here. Once.
Okay.
£140? I'm out of here.
I've got a runner. Come back. Looks so deceiving. That young man was very fast. I have to jump in the van to go where I'm going because I won't have enough space in my car to bring everything back that I need to bring back. When I use the clutch and all that, I get sore knees, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have to use the van. And why not? It's a nice van. We are here. You know when you just pull up somewhere, you don't even know anyone there, and you just pull up like an idiot. It says visitors, and I'm a visitor. Guys, it's a very special day. I'm collecting the official Ashville weights from Mace Muscle in Corby, Northamptonshire. Guys, this is a big day. I'm really excited, and guess what? They have customized them. So they are fully Ashville weights. Now, the guys here are super serious. Get this. Construction equipment and gym equipment. Can you imagine a better combo? I know there's a shortage of weights everywhere, but these guys have a super quick turnaround and they have stock. So if you want to start training at home and get your muscle game on, check these guys out. Link in the description below. Now let's get inside and let's see what they got. Guys, this is Adam. He is the boss man and he is going to give me a tour of the factory. But we cannot have the tour of the factory yet because I need to see my weights. From what I hear, they've boxed them up very nicely. I'm very excited and I need to see them. So, boss man, can you lead the way, please?
Let's go.
I'm definitely going to get a tour of this place afterwards if you have a look at all this equipment here. I see some conveyor belts and stuff like this. I think Mr. Shalalambus will need to come down here and beg for a conveyor belt because we started digging that swimming pool and I won't be pushing that on wheelbarrows, I can tell you that. I like to come to places like this. You get to see what everyone else is doing, you get inspiration.
So then, are you ready?
I am. So how are we going to do this? Is this, there's not a pizza in here, is there?
Definitely not pizzas. Start one end, go for it.
Let's get this. I assume that this one has just been to hold down the top of this. This is well exciting. All right, let's go. Oh my God, look at that. Now that is a deep dish, boy. Look at this. I can't even, look at the embarrassment. Couldn't even lift it up. Guys, have a look at that. That is serious if ever I saw it. Now, I'll tell you something. It's either I haven't been training in a long time or this is heavier than 20 kilos. I'm going to put this on a set of scales later because it feels kind of heavy. Do you do this for everyone?
No.
If everybody, okay, so don't do it for all. So guys, don't start calling here and try to get your gym name on your equipment. Sorry, that's just for me. But they can get weights, can't they?
They can.
Yes. Look at that. Isn't that special? I didn't even want to use them. I just want to look at them. You know, so it's like when you go to a really nice restaurant, it's how the food is displayed. These guys have gone the extra mile, look at that. And we're down to 10s. 5s, obviously we don't need the handles on the 5s because we're serious. These weights are a bit heavy for Terry, but not really for me. And finally, we have the 2.5. And they're all packaged up.
They're all packaged up, ready to rock and roll.
I now have all the Olympic weights I need. These are actually better than the ones in the Olympics. I'm going to be afraid to use these. These are so good. Tell us something. How did you make these?
Yeah, we laser prep it all here. We then send it to our powder coats just up the road. We've got stencil stickers, which were super fun. And then sprayed them up. And then that was it. Left them in here in a boiling room to dry out. All right, so yeah, this is your full stock. This is everything you've got.
These guys are even serious with the packaging. If I brake hard in the van, this is, I don't know.
No, they're all packaged proper. So we've wedged all the boxes, wedged them out. That's why they're banded. We had to do this when we started sending them out via couriers. They were getting destroyed.
So you'll send these direct to people's houses?
We now send them out via couriers that come in, same day delivery services.
Same day delivery?
They turn up first thing in the morning, drop it straight to your door. So there's no dispatching anything.
So you're saying, if I'm on furlough, and I'm in the garden at home, and I'm just driving myself mad, I can order weights to train and they will be there the same day. I can start working on my gun game that afternoon.
If they're in stock.
If they're in stock. And if they're not in stock, it's
within 5 days. 5 days maximum.
These are my collars, are they?
They're all the collars, yeah.
Yes. You can see the things that make me happy. Check if I've still got my game on. And we go there. Look at that, yep. Yes. This is going to be outside, so I know that I'm going to get a bit of rust. If I get a bit of wool wire and clean it off, will I be all right?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about my weights because they're powder coated, aren't they?
Correct.
See, and my weights can stay outside. Perfect. There we go. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Watch the form, yeah? I'm not break dancing. I'm not throwing it here. I'm not doing any of that. Perfect form.
Take one of these.
Oh, wow. Hey, these people are spoiling me. Look, cushions. I'm used to lying on the scaffold and getting splinters in my back, and these guys are giving me cushions, and they're in black. Yes. Of course, I didn't check what was in the back before I left. Why would I check what was in there before I left? I don't fancy doing it on my own, no. Clips, they are in. There we go. We are done. Guys, I want to thank Mace Muscle, Mace Industries, Mace Laser Fabrication. I want to thank them so much for my weights and giving me a tour of their factory. Thank you very much, Adam. Now I need to get back to the yard. We've still got the sun in the sky. By the time I get back, it will be gone and there's still plenty to do. And we need to start editing all of this and hopefully we can get it out for Ashville Weekly on Sunday. It's 6:58, I'm back at the yard. Gonna start offloading. It's Saturday, we're in the yard. Michael has graced us with his presence again because Michael has come to sort out the Ashville gym. We've already began unpacking them. If you have a look, they fit perfectly in place. We are about to put the bike together as well. And I have made up some rules for this gym. Also, today, we are going to fill this punch bag. And we are going to put up our speed bag. One problem already with the gym is that this whole area is open and people are looking inside. It keeps getting their attention. So that is one of the rules, and I'm going to put my sign here. Look at that. The rules of the Ashville gym. There'll be one of these on the inside as well, so there can be no confusion. Now, as you guys know, Mikey and I have a lot of history. We've known each other for a lot of years. And while we have had our disagreements, we do love each other. Mikey's my brother. I know Mikey for years. Get this. When I started Instagram, and YouTube, Mikey did give me some stick and he went to some other people, what's he doing? Now he understands. Can you imagine? Michael started an Instagram today. So guys, go and have a look at Mikey's Instagram. On Mikey's 10 years at Ashville, Mikey and I went to Barcelona to celebrate, for me to say thank you, for him to say thank you. So we celebrated together for his 10th anniversary at Ashville, and that's the first picture he put up where I look a lot younger and slimmer. Check it out. Can I go in the top container? Can I see something? They put something
they already,
in.
there is made.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Some,
they made
yeah?
like 7 or 8.
Fine. But how are they going to stick it to the wall? They're going to bolt it, yeah?
We're gonna just like put 4x2 on the bottom, 4x2 on the top, and
Yeah.
just stick them nicely straight, so...
And it'll be okay, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not going to fall down?
No.
Okay, fine. At the moment, there's also a train in. Let's see what's going on with the train. And in the top container, the boys have started putting together all the shelving. So we're going to go and have a look at that. Now, the trains are beginning to get a little bit smaller. Meant to be 22 carriages, but only 18 carriages are full. And it says on the loading sheet that there was a shortage of material. Hopefully we can get that corrected ASAP. We've got a good few lorries out today. Thankfully, we're trying to keep up with anything which we didn't get done in the week. What a safe pedestrian walkway. Let's see how my shelving's getting on. Whoa! I know it's just shelving, but it is lovely shelving. Let's try and keep the heat in a bit. For my lovely archive, nice and dry. A lot of people said in the comments, why am I setting up an archive for paperwork? That's super old school, what you doing, go digital. We have plenty of clients who demand the original tickets from the job. They won't take scanned copies. And also there's certain agencies that we have to report back to, and they also demand the hard copies. So whether we scan them and have them on file or not, we still need the hard copies in this industry. So it's not me not wanting to advance and progress and go into technology. Now, it's such a big thing, a train coming into a yard and a machine offloading it, but there's not really much more I can say. The train's in, we're offloading it, and Wayne's working his magic. That's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 19. Clearly the team at Yiannimize are a bunch of people who don't pay their cab fare and think they're all comedians. While the cold stopped us digging, it didn't stop the trains coming. The front of the commercial motor was massive for me on a personal level, and while I don't like waiting, I now have weights in the Ashville gym. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see my podcast videos with Andrew Southern and Yianni Lambus on property, and click here to see last week's episode, which is number 18. 20 seconds and I've got a job interview to do on Zoom, man. 20 seconds,